So Gaffer, we're here talking ahead of Millwall visiting Meadow Park on Saturday in the third round of the FA Cup. But first of all, let's talk about some of the business that's been done this week. Let's first of all touch on Junior Marias. It feels like you've been pursuing his signature for what is months now, and that was finally got over the line this week. How happy are you with that signature?
Yeah, people will be reminded of his time with us previously. I think he's gone away, worked at his craft, he's come back a total different player. Just watching him in the 3 sessions that we've had, the luxury of working with him, he's going to add impetus, energy, goals to our team, which I think that top end of the pitch is important to do so. He's accustomed to what we want from him. He knows the personnel in the building. He's obviously come back to a facility that's changed, the mindset's changed, so I think he's going to work on all fronts.
How's he settled into the group?
Superbly. We have a breakfast club where boys come in early. I won't name them, but there's 4 or 5 of them that come in early, and he's already joined that group. And for me, that shows that he's a leader in his own right. He's got himself right involved in that little mix and wants to improve his game away from our sessions, which is brilliant as a manager, seeing that and seeing the relationship he's building within the group.
So, on another note, a fantastic victory last week over Barnet. Devil's advocate will say that they're in a bad place, but despite that and despite Barnet's form and where they find themselves as a club at present, it was a local derby and we've run out 3-0 winners, and what was a comprehensive performance. How happy are you with that?
Yeah, I felt it was, first half was through the gears. I think we got to third and fourth gear and was quite comfortable in that. The sending off assists and helps, of course, but I think even 11v11 we were very productive. We looked bright, we looked sharp. The first 5 to 10 minutes they come out their blocks as they would do. It's a derby game and it's his first league game. They've come out of a period of isolation for 10 days and they've had a right go. But in my opinion, I felt that we nullified that and we stuck to our game plan and we delivered it superbly. We go 3-0 up with a great finish from Tom Champ being the third. And the second half, they camped in. I said to the group, I think they'll do it in 3 chunks of 15 minutes, camp in and then have a little go in the middle third and then go for it in the final third. They didn't, and I'll be honest, if there was crowds in that place at the Hive, I think it would be quite demoralising for their players because they didn't touch the ball and it was damage limitations on their part, and I have to say on our part. We had the focus of Millwall. I could think about that on the 60th minute when making changes. I got Cabs off the pitch, I got Kane off the pitch on a yellow and didn't want him to be out of the tie for Millwall, and I got Gus off the pitch. I could have brought off Corey, could have put off Kieran, but I felt it wasn't that much in terms of the exertion on their fitness levels or their work rate, so it was nice to get them both another 90 minutes. But overall, very positive win against your local rivals to continue the run we're on.
So focus, rightly so, now turns to Millwall, and despite you looking at one game at a time, which is the phrase you've been using quite often recently, I'm sure yourself and the team throughout this period have had one eye on Millwall just based on the sense of occasion. What's the feeling in the camp going into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, like you said, we have touched on it, win the next game, and that's been the mentality. I alluded to Millwall as being a side issue prior to the Barnet game because there was a lot of focus on it, but for me Barnet was the focus. We had a luxury of having a full week prior to Millwall. We had 4 good sessions this week where we've worked tirelessly on what they have to offer, how they go about their business. And of course, the players are thinking about playing Millwall. Reason being is it's a tougher test. It's on the BT digital programme and it gives them an opportunity to showcase what they can deliver on. They're a very good outfit. They could pick an 11 out of 30 odd players. I've watched their last 5 games. I know exactly what they're about, what their shape they played in the QPR and the Middlesbrough games, and they changed that in the Bristol City, Nottingham Forest and Coventry games. But again, when you got the personnel of Bodvarsson, Smith, Parrott, Bradshaw, Woods, Leonard, William, Wallace, Bennett, either side, and their back four that are organised, well drilled, good offensive fullbacks, yeah, they're a good outfit, and we need to ensure we're on our job come Saturday to ensure we get through to the 4th round.
So you've been involved in some massive games during your time here at Boreham, whether that be playoff games, other cup games, let's say Southend for example, or 2 years prior against Blackpool. Where does this occasion stack up for you in terms of the importance of games you've been involved with during your time at the club?
Yeah, I got asked that question yesterday, funny enough. And for me, listen, Tranmere's up there, Sutton's up there, Halifax Harrogate's up there, and that's in the league campaign. This is the biggest in any cup competition we've been involved in. Southend was amazing, didn't have the luxury of having the fans in the building to enjoy that with. Blackpool, in the manner in which we should have been out the tie in the first half, we then go 1-0 down, make 2 changes, of which both them score. It brings a good feeling, so that one's up there. Coventry was good for spells, and their clinicality kills us in terms of scoring goals. Saturday's massive. Saturday's a massive opportunity for us to showcase what we're about and where we've come as a group, because 6 wins in 6 is no mean feat. 4 clean sheets in that period is no mean feat. I've got personnel in here relishing playing against higher opposition, and I've said it, why can't we be the Lincoln, the Sutton that went and progressed us to the later stages of the FA Cup? There's going to be someone out of that crop, Marine, Chorley, Stockport or ourselves, and we're going to give ourselves the best opportunity to progress into the 4th round.
So you allude to some of the qualities that Millwall have and some of the players that they have to their disposal within their ranks. They're an established championship side in their own right. And it feels like if something's going to happen on the day, and if we are to cause an upset, Millwall may perhaps not be at their very best, and we have to be firing on all cylinders and be at our very best. That being said, they come into the game in different form, and we come into the game banging form. Does that give you a little bit of hope going into the game that we could cause that upset?
Listen, I don't want to see as much of a gulf as what we see Canvey Bournemouth as what we will see Bournemouth Millwall. It's exactly the same parameters. There's the 3 divisions between the groups. We're a full-time outfit. We train GPS, the analysis, all the bits that you get in the EFL with the championships, so on and so forth. And I think that we'll show that we've got good fitness levels, high intensity, got good personnel in key areas. Yeah, listen, they need to have an off day. Why? Because if we played them 10 times, they're beating us 8 or 9. It's a fact. That's why, because they're in the Championship and we're in the National League. But the fact of the matter is FA Cup's a one-off game, and we will give everything, and I'm telling you everything to be successful come Saturday. Every little loss for Millwall is going to be a massive game for Bournemouth, and it won't be 11v11, it'll be 30v11, because every single one of us at the minute, being the kit lady, the physio department, the management team and the players, have got that pack mentality to go and deliver on a performance come Saturday to ensure that, I keep saying it, to get into that 4th round.
So obviously there's a huge sense of occasion and anticipation for the match, whether it be yourself conducting a press day yesterday, and same with the players. The FA Cup decals on the arms, the commemorative shirts, BT Sport cameras that are going to be here, the game being broadcast live on the radio, the match balls being rolled out. All of this adds to that sense of occasion. How important is it that we focus on playing the match and the opponent rather than allowing ourselves to get sucked into the sense of occasion and that taking over?
100%. Obviously, you've got to play the match. Like, it's the old added thing, play the match, not the occasion. 100%. Listen, we played live on the box last week with the BT cameras. That's not foreign to us. We had the luxury in the National League to be a part of that. We played at Canvey with the luxury of having the cameras there. Yes, all the details on the shirt, the balls, so on and so forth. It's an earlier kickoff. I prefer earlier kickoffs. I think the boys are accustomed to it. We train quite early and they're bright and buzzy in them times. So, listen, we've done everything we need to do. Danny Mills was a party of our Zoom call yesterday with the analysis, and his words were, it was sensational, the information being offered up in terms of Millwall. We leave no stone unturned. We know there are bits in terms of throw-ons, corners, free kicks, the personnel that are threats on both boxes, how they set up in free kicks, how they set up in defending corners. We need to ensure we stick together. We're at it. We continue doing what we're doing. Keep the habits that have got us to 6 wins in 6. Continue everything that we've done in recent weeks and build on it. And if everyone plays to their maximum, we'll have a right go.